Welcome back, everybody, to Just the Tips, brought to you by Centimetre Perfect. That is Jesse. I am Liam, and we are back to tip the semi-finals in our Just the Tips competition. At @CMPerfect _ AFL on YouTube, where you're watching us now. Hello. On Instagram, our main podcast on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Jesse, we get to the business end of the season now. We're coming very, very close to the grand final. How are you feeling about the tips so far in the finals?
I'm feeling great, Liam. How are you feeling?
Look, I'm feeling fine, Jesse. I had a really good run the entire season. I won the harder competition.
Did you?
Arguably, yes, I did. So I won the harder competition to win, and so far you're doing okay. You're doing okay in my idea that I didn't think about very hard before we started doing it. That's part of the fun, isn't it, Jesse? It's part of the fun. Did you want to explain to people before I show everyone the current point tally for the finals, how this whole system is working? Do you remember?
Great question. So across all 4 weeks of the finals, we have a total of 9 confidence points to assign out across the game. So we assign 1 confidence point to the team across the finals. We are least confident in winning their game, but should still get the job done. 9 to the team we are most confident. This is run adjacent to our finals bracket, where we've tipped our predicted finals bracket from start to finish, which applies multipliers to our tips throughout the final series. Whoever has the most points at the end, not necessarily the most correct tips, will be the winner. Liam, I still don't really know if that's the rules, but I think that's the most accurate we're going to get on one take.
I think you did very well, Jesse. I'm very impressed. Let me bring up the things now. I'm going to start with a bracket, our multiplier bracket. Here we go. So as you can see, on the right side of the screen is Jesse's tips. On the left hand is mine. We didn't do very well in week 1 of the finals. However, Jesse did that slight bit better, tipping the Hawks over the Giants. I did not. We both went the Dockers. We both went the Crows, but we both went the Cats. Thankfully enough, we both went the Cats. It got me on the ×1 multiplier, which means that I didn't have 0 points, because 0 times by 0 is not very good, Jesse. You don't want that. So, that said, here is how the points currently look. My 5 points from the last round of tips with my ×1 multiplier gives me 5. Jesse's 9 points gives him 18 with his ×2 multiplier. Jesse, you must be feeling pretty good about yourself.
Couldn't be happier. Thank you, Hawthorn.
Yeah, you went hard on Hawthorn as well. You put lots of confidence on Hawthorn. Good for you. Now, let's get into it starting with Friday night footy semi-final.
That we are Adelaide hosting Hawthorn at the Adelaide Oval. Liam, you're the loser of last week, so you can decide here whether you're going to reveal this tip first to me or whether you're going to make me reveal how I'm playing this one.
No, look, Jesse, you've been very, very gentlemanly, and you've been going first most of the season. You didn't throw it over to me one time. So I will uphold that, and I will also go first, because this is the one I was kind of umming and ahhing about. Now, because we have 9 points across the entire final series, I actually didn't realize I'd used most of my low points last week. So I've only got high points left. Hawks with 6. I think that the Crows are going to go out in straight sets, which is crazy to think, given how good they've been through the entire season. But they looked rough in their first final. They didn't look up for the fight. And while I think this is more of a coin toss than my 6 points would probably let on, I don't really have much of a choice. So I've gone with Hawthorn with 6. I think that the Hawks can actually really threaten the entire rest of the way if they play the cards right, which I'm sure they will. But again, Jesse, this could go either way. Hawks with 6, what do you say?
Yeah, I held back some of my lower points for this week, because this is going to be one of those difficult weeks, I think, when you're getting teams coming in off a win versus teams coming in off a loss. It's a pretty difficult comparator. I'm Hawthorn. I'm Hawthorn with 4. Mm-hmm. So a little bit less than you, Liam, so you have a chance to bring back some points here, but we're both on the same side. I think it's right place, right time for Hawthorn. They're coming in with momentum. We've seen them be able to weather the storm from the Giants and still kick back and win. I'm not even as concerned from Adelaide point of view that they had a bad game. They did have a bad game. I just think the Hawks are on a roll, and they're the team I want to be with right now. I think they can make a deep September run. I expect them to I believe they can get the job done here with my full confidence points assigned.
Should be a good game, though. Both should be good games, but this one should be a cracker.
I hope so.
I'm going to have to find some. By the time you watch this, I'll be on my way to Tokyo. So I'm going to have to find someone to watch this. What am I going to do, Jesse? Where am I going to watch it? Can you tell me? Google it for me. Tell me that.
No.
Fair enough. Let's move on to the second semi-final, the only other game we have to talk about tonight, and that is this one.
Brisbane hosting Gold Coast at the Gabba. It is a Q Clash final, Liam. I think this is fantastic for the game. It's a big one. We've had a battle of the bridge a couple of seasons ago. Now we've got a Q Clash. When will we see a Western Derby? Alas, all we could do is talk about this game now. Brisbane versus the Suns, a difficult one, I think, to tip. I'm going with the Lions. I'm going with the Lions with 2. And this is a point I deliberately held back for this bracket because I wasn't sure how it was going to shake out. If Geelong had have ended up here against either Fremantle or Gold Coast, I probably would have gone a bit higher.
Sure.
But Brisbane coming into this, I'm a little bit more standoffish. So I still think the Lions will win. But first of all, Gold Coast beat them by 10 goals all of 6-7 weeks ago. So that does have to factor in. Gold Coast now have the momentum, and crucially, they have nothing to lose in this game. They've gone to the finals. They've won their first final. I'd argue anything from here is just gravy. So they're happy, I'd say, with whatever, realistically. Brisbane don't want to go out in straight sets defending a premiership. That's a bad look. So they have to step up. I still think they will, though. So the Lions with 2.
Do you know what this is, Jesse?
This is my vibe.
It's my roast. And here's my gravy. It's going all over the top. Suns with 1. Suns with 1. It's my vibe. It's my vibes are back, Jesse. My vibes are back. No Lockie Neal, no Hipwood, 2 massive outs for the Lions. I'm bandwagoning a little bit, I will admit, but I actually think watching the Suns play against Fremantle last week, yes, they had that little patch where they kind of let their guard down for a little bit, but they were resilient and they kept coming through. And if they just turn a few of those behinds into goals, which we know they're very capable of doing, they might be very hard to stop. And whoever they play next week, I'm not too sure which side of the bracket they'll fall on, but whoever they play next week wouldn't be happy about playing the Suns, I wouldn't imagine.
That'll be Collingwood.
Ooh, that'll be a good match if they get through. They have
so
to get through first.
You'll also pick both qualifying final losers out in straight sets.
Yep,
huge.
I am indeed. I think it's a really tantalising matchup, this one as well. Like, it's going to be a packed out crowd at the Gabba. Probably more Suns fans at the Freo game than we probably would have thought there would be. Yes. There's quite a few. So who's to say that with a game much closer to home, they won't be driving up the road to the Gabba to check this one out as well. No, I'm all aboard the Suns trade, and they're wearing their peach jersey, Jesse. Their peach coloured jersey, which means
got to give them powers. Famously, no team's ever lost in a final with peach or pink Guernsey. So
what more can you say?
Famously, Gold Coast have never lost in a final. So what you're saying is they physically can't lose.
They can't lose, Jesse. They can't lose. They may never lose again. That's it. That's it, Jesse. That's our semi-final tips. Send the lovely people home.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning into another episode of Just the Tips, brought to you by Centimetre Perfect. Who are you thinking will win the 2 matchups this week? Let us know down below in the comments. Enjoy the game from wherever you're watching, be that at home, be that in Tokyo, be that anywhere in between. Enjoy, have fun, and we'll see you next week for another episode of Just the Tips.
Bye, everybody.